from Below Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. It's the Jacksonville State Gamecocks and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, Jacksonville State's head coach told me before the game, this is a great opportunity for his squad. The Big 12, known for their strong defense and their wide-open offense, he expects his guys to be upset-minded today. One play at a time, do your job, and who knows what can happen. We'll keep you posted on how things are vibing down here on the field, here in this big matchup. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Gamecocks offense that has the first possession of the game. Out to run this offense is Caden Creel. Tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. Offense in a split backfield. They're going to run it to the right. Breaks into the open.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football, great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. So now it's second and long. Tight end now in motion. Corner showing press. They want to be physical here. Keeps it on the option. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
When he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Tigers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. Ahmad Hardy, he's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's got enough for a Missouri first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to Hardy. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Quick completion to the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Motion from the wideout. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Jacksonville State's offense comes out ready to start this drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got it again. Got a little grass. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. To the air on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Savage. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Throwing Simmons. What a grab with one hand. Just a terrific effort to make the one-handed grab, but he couldn't get past the marker.
Well, how about how easy he made it look? Just sticks the mid up in the air. I know he didn't get the first down, but just no big deal. Just I've done this before. Another day at the office.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They'll try to add another to their lead. The good news is they got a touchdown. The bad news is the quarterback had his molars rearranged.
Yeah, man, if I'm a defensive guy, listen, hits on the quarterback are important. I know they got a touchdown, but those body blows throughout a game sometimes can add up.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll move the tight end. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Pressure coming. And it's a sack. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got his man. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Looking left. Makes the grab. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, give to Hardy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fellow right in the middle.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. It's third down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. Here's a heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Missouri will have to send out the punt team.
Number 34 on to punt it away.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Buying some time. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Rolled his way into the end zone. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's take a look at the numbers for these two guys so far.
Number 37, set to kick it away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's Simmons to throw. Got a man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Catches it at the 30. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. circles and fires complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Quick strike complete. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the ground game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air on second down. Buys a little time. He breaks a tackle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. First down here for the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, putting in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll keep it on the... Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
On back-to-back drives, this offense can't get out of their own way. They fumble again. Man, a lot of times you get fired when you fumble. This is another guy. Like, they're going to have to fire the whole team if they keep this pace going.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense, because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you sit.
Maybe a crease. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Simmons on play action. Flips it out to the back. Could not make his way to the corner.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
From the gun on third down, Simmons. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. They go play action with Simmons. The throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Simmons. He wants it all. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the tight end. The run from the shotgun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Pulls it on the option. Finding some room. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there. And now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. It's on target and complete. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throwing Simmons. Bringing the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Back open in the middle. And the defense drags him down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd down, here's Hardy. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 25 team, the Vanderbilt Commodores. And it's the Bulldogs, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the 2nd half. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing.
And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with the big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Simmons from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Off the play fake on first down. Got it. Turning it on. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the counter. There's a crease. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. Kick is in the air. He'll field the punt. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Here's Simmons to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
Looking to pass, it's Simmons. This time on target. Maybe some room here. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Wide receiver comes in motion. Run in the red zone. It's Hardy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. He's got him in the flat. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Jacksonville State sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now to see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Off the play fake. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, you
breaks into the open. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. And tackled there by the defense.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to. He was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
You want to have a lot of success on defense, make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
Motion from the wide receiver. Simmons on the play fake. Makes the grab on the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Makes a catch. Oh, he's got some space. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. The offense changing the play. Here's a give to Hardy. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Simmons. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Tiger. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. Can't just let him pick you apart.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the 4. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. He'll set up to throw. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the big fella. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man. It's Johnson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to throw it again. Trying to set up the screen. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4.
And we've seen this offense, man, that they've featured the running game, and he's done a good job of making plays, breaking tackles, being a big part of it. Now, what do? Try to slide this in here. Make it look like a little bit of run. Slow down those linemen that go upfield really fast. Slip it to them. Try to make a big play. But to me, it's more about just trying to give this guy the ball in space so he can do more damage.
And the Gamecocks come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. It's been hard enough to slow down these guys on this drive. Now the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Gets it out quickly. Oh, spin move. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. This is a designed run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their sophomore quarterback who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on him. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Moran. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Slams ahead. Stopped in his tracks and now have to try it again.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And that's a great stop by this defense. 2nd down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for 3rd down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping.
Could be an alley. Picks up the 1st down. Out of bounds at the 17. Big pickup there, not only in yardage, but it gives him some breathing room. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Right on the money. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Send the tight end in motion. The run inside. It's Hardy. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this 1st down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback there.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a 1-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra 1st downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Wide receiver going in motion. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Savage. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Leaves it with the back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the counter play. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Throwing Simmons. Out of the backfield, he's open. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. On first down, here comes this offense. To the air, it's Simmons. Oh, they're after him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
He'll try to do it himself. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Picked off, what a play to set him up. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. Two-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively?
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's Simmons to throw. That's reeled in. It's Hardy. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Austin Simmons wants to fire again. Fakes to grab. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He wants to change this route. They'll throw it from the red zone. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 40. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. The defense putting points on the board. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Game is essentially over right now, and you wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but I won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good.
That makes the score. Jacksonville State 38, Missouri 21.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Simmons. Safe completion on the screen. Looking for room at the 25. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out of...